Hello students, welcome you all in the lecture series of strength of material. Right now we are discussing the topic compound stresses, and some of the basic part we have discussed in the last lecture. Compound stresses means when a body is subjected to the normal stresses as well as the shear stresses. Okay, normal stresses in x direction, normal stresses in y direction, and the shear stresses. Okay, then such cases are known as the compound stresses sigma x, sigma y, and tau xy. In the last lecture, we have derived a relation for the normal stresses and shear stresses on a particular plane, and location of that plane is given by angle theta from this plane. Okay. So, the normal stresses and sigma n and shear stresses tau s on this plane can be given by, we have derived the relation sigma n is equal to sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 cos 2 theta plus tau xy sin 2 theta. Okay. Then we have derived the relation for the shear stresses on that plane. Okay. And the location of plane is theta angle from the plane on which the sigma x stress is acting, or tau s we have derived minus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 sin 2 theta plus tau xy cos 2 theta cos 2 theta. Okay. So, this part we have discussed. Okay. Now, some of the small terms we are discussing now. Let us say the normal stresses and shear stresses we have calculated on this particular plane. On the plane, the location of that plane is angle theta, and let us say we are calculating the normal stress and shear stress on the plane which is mutually perpendicular, which is perpendicular to this plane. Okay. So, we can say that we have this one, all the stresses are acting, and this is the plane, and now our interest of plane is the plane which is normal, perpendicular to this plane. Okay. Perpendicular to this plane. Here acting sigma n, here acting tau s. Now, on this plane, here we are having sigma n dash and shear stress tau s dash. Okay. So, we want to develop a relation between sigma n dash, tau s dash. So, that relation we can develop like theta. Theta was the plane, let us say this plane is AB and this plane is AC, and AC plane, the location of AC plane is this AB plane location is angle theta, and AC plane location is theta plus 90, or we can say 90 plus theta. So, we are having 90 plus theta, 90 plus theta. Now, we can calculate the value of sigma n dash. How we are going to calculate? We will put sigma n, and in that we will replace theta by 90 plus theta. We will replace theta with 90 plus theta, because the plane AC is having angle theta plus 90. So, the value of sigma n dash will be equal to sigma n value, we are having this one, put this theta equal to 90 plus theta. So, we can say that sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 cos 2 theta. Now, we are replacing theta with 90 plus theta plus tau xy 2 sin tau xy sin 2 90 plus theta. Okay. So we can write sigma n dash is equal to sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus sigma x minus sigma y by 2. Okay, that will be cos 180 plus 2 theta plus tau xy sin 180 plus theta 180 plus 2 theta. Okay, cos 180 plus 2 theta means now we are moving on 180 plus 2 theta means we are going to third coordinate, and third quadrant we are going, and in third quadrant cos is negative. Okay, so the value is sigma will be and sigma n dash will be equal to sigma x plus sigma y by 2. This will be minus cos 2 theta. So we can write minus sigma x minus sigma y by 2, that will be cos 2 theta plus here we will have sin 180 plus 2 theta means again third quadrant, and that will also be negative tau xy sin 2 theta sin 2 theta. Now if we are adding sigma n plus sigma n dash, sigma n is here equation number 1 and sigma n dash here equation number 2. If we are going to add these two equations, then we can say that this part and this part will cancel out. Sigma n plus sigma n dash we will have sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus sigma x plus sigma y by 2. Finally we will have sigma x plus sigma y. Okay, so we can say that the addition of normal stresses on two mutually perpendicular plane is equal to sigma x plus sigma y. Okay, so this was our interest to calculate the value of normal stresses and the shear stresses on two mutually perpendicular plane. In the same way we can calculate for the shear stresses also. How we are going to shear stress? Again replace theta with 2 theta, theta with 90 plus theta, here theta with 90 plus theta, and if you are going to add these quantity, then tau s plus tau s dash will be equal to 0. Okay, tau s plus tau s dash will be equal to 0. So we can say the normal stress, addition of normal stresses on two mutually perpendicular planes are sigma x plus sigma y. Okay, and two mutually perpendicular planes, the addition of shear stress is equal to 0. Okay, or we can say the shear stress on two mutually perpendicular planes are equal and opposite in nature. Okay, that one shear stresses on two mutually perpendicular planes are equal and opposite in nature. Okay, so we can say, so we have calculated that if we are having normal stress on a particular plane and the normal stress on the mutually perpendicular plane, then addition of these two plane will be equal to sigma x plus sigma y, and the addition of shear stresses on two mutually perpendicular plane, addition of shear stresses on two mutually perpendicular plane is 0. Okay. Now we are going to discuss the next topic, and the topic is principal planes and principal planes and principal stresses. Principal planes and principal stresses. Okay. So first this in this topic we have to calculate the principal planes. Okay, the condition is same. We have a body and that body is subjected to compound stresses. We are having normal stresses, we are having shear stresses, and we have to calculate the location of principal plane. The first part we have to calculate the location, okay, location of the principal planes, okay. So the location of principal plane, first part we have to discuss. Then second part, on these principal plane we are having the value of stresses, and those values are known as the principal stresses. So we have to calculate the values of principal stresses and location of principal plane, okay. Again same, we are taking that derivation which we have derived for the normal stresses. Sigma n is equal to sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 cos 2 theta plus tau x y sin 2 theta. This the value of normal stress, this is the value of normal stress on a plane which is located theta angle from the sigma x plane, okay. And the value of shear stress which we have already derived, minus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 sin 2 theta plus tau x y cos 2 theta, okay. So these two equations you have to remember, that this is the normal stress and shear stress on a particular plane. The location of that plane is given by theta, okay. Now we have to calculate the principal plane. So according to the definition, the principal planes are those planes on which the shear stress is 0, okay. So the principal planes are those planes on which the shear stress is 0, okay. First part we are discussing that the shear stress is 0, okay. Shear stress is 0 means we are having the planes on which the shear stress is 0 are the principal plane. Then shear stress is 0, we are having the formula for the shear stress. Then shear stress is 0 means 0 is equal to minus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 sin 2 theta plus tau x y cos 2 theta. From here we can calculate the value of tan 2 theta, and that tan 2 theta is equal to 2 tau x y divided by sigma x minus sigma y. So this is the value of tan 2 theta. Now that theta will have two values, one will be equal to theta 1, other one will be equal to theta 2, okay. And these theta 1 and theta 2 are nothing but the location of principal plane, okay. How we have calculated these two values? By the value shear stress equal to 0, okay. So from here we can get the value of theta 1, we can get the value of theta 2, and we can get the location of, they will give the location, okay. So they will give the location of principal planes, they will give the location of principal planes. Now corresponding to this theta 1, now put this theta equal to theta 1, we will get sigma n 1, okay, and corresponding to this one we will get sigma n 2, okay. So by putting theta tau s is equal to 0 means that we have calculated those planes on which shear stress is 0 are the location of principal plane. Now we have the theta 1 and theta 2, and theta 1 is the location of first principal plane and theta 2 is location of second principal plane. Corresponding to theta 1, by putting this theta equal to theta 1, we can get the value of sigma n 1. So this is the one value of principal stresses, and this is the second value of principal stresses, okay. So with that manner we can calculate the principal planes and location of principal planes and values. First we have location, we have done by this value. Now in second aspects we can also check the principal planes in second aspects, okay. The second aspect is the principal planes are those planes on which normal stress is maximum or minimum, okay. So the principal planes can be defined by the planes on which normal stress is maximum or minimum. Okay. So, now we are having maxima minima condition corresponding to this normal stress. So, if we are putting the maxima minima condition means d by d theta of sigma n equal to 0. Okay. D by d theta means we are normal stress is maximum or minimum. Okay. So, d theta by d theta of sigma n equal to 0, we have this one, then sigma n we are having this one. Now, differentiate with respect to theta, then we will get this part, this is independent of theta. So, this will be 0 plus 2 plus sigma x minus sigma y by 2. Okay. Cos 2 theta will be equal to minus sin 2 theta, then we have 2 theta means we have 2 plus tau xy sin 2 theta means sin convert will cos 2 theta and multiplied by 2 equal to 0. From here, calculating again from here, we can get the same value, tan 2 theta is equal to 2 tau xy divided by sigma x minus sigma y. So, from here we can conclude that again we will have two values, theta 1 and theta 2. Corresponding to theta 1 we will have sigma 1, or we can say that is sigma 1. Corresponding to this one we will have sigma 2. Here will be the maximum normal stress, and here we will have the minimum normal stress. Here we will have the minimum normal stress. Okay. So, now from here we can conclude that the principal planes are those planes on which shear stress is 0 or the normal stress is maximum or minimum. Okay. So, we are having two conditions. Okay. Either the shear stress is 0, such planes are the principal planes, or the normal stress is maximum or minimum. Those planes are also the principal plane, and corresponding to these principal planes, now we are having location of this principal planes, and we have derived the general formula. The general formula for the normal stress and shear stress on a particular plane, and that particular plane location is given by theta. So, if we are going to put this theta equal to theta 1, then we will get the normal stress corresponding to this theta 1 plane. So, first principal stress, and theta 2 corresponding to we will get the second normal stress. So, with the help of that one we can calculate the value of normal stress and the location of principal plane. So, make it clear that the topic is very important, and the questions are severally asked in the competitive examination. Let us say, okay, now we are assuming let us say this value. Okay, what values are given? The values are given in the question is sigma x, sigma y and tau xy. Okay. These three quantities are given in the question, sigma x, sigma y and tau xy. Okay. Corresponding to these values we can get the value of 2 tau xy divided by sigma x minus sigma y. But again we have to remember the assumptions we have taken. The tensile stress is positive. If sigma y is compressive, then we will put sigma y equal to minus of that value. Tau xy, this sense we have taken sigma x, sigma y and tau xy. Okay. Now, let us say we are assuming that the values are, let us say this value is coming to be minus 1. This value is coming to be minus 1, means tan 2 theta equal to minus 1, tan 2 theta equal to minus 1. Okay. So, corresponding to tan 2 theta equal to minus 1, we can get the values of 135 and 315. We can get two values because tan is negative in second quadrant and fourth quadrant. Okay. On first and third quadrant tan is positive. So, we can get these values corresponding to we can get theta 1, theta 1 is 67.2 and corresponding to theta 2 we can get 157 and half, 157 and half, and the difference between theta 1 and theta 2 are 90 degree. So we can say that theta 2 will be equal to 90 plus theta 1. Okay. From here one conclusion we can get that the principal planes are mutually perpendicular to each other. Okay, because the angle between theta 1 and theta 2 is 90 degree. From here we can get 2 theta, the difference is 180 degree, and in theta we are having 90 degree. So if one principal plane, if one principal plane is in general way we are locating the principal plane. Okay, all the stresses are acting. Okay, and let us say this is the principal plane. Okay, theta 1 equal to theta 1, and then we can say the second principal plane will be this one. The second principal plane will be this one. Okay, first principal plane is this one, then second plane is perpendicular to each other. We can say we have calculated, and let us say the same value. Okay, this value is coming out to be 67 and half. Okay, and on this we are having sigma 1 means first principal plane, and here tau s is 0 because on the principal planes the shear stress is 0, only we are having normal stress, and normal stress is also maximum or minimum. Okay. Now the second value we are having, let us say this is sigma 2, and here we are having tau s equal to 0, and the angle between these two is 90, means 67 plus 90 we will have 157 and half. So this is the first principal plane, this is the first principal plane, and here we are having the second principal plane. Okay. So we have calculated the principal plane corresponding to these principal plane by putting the value of theta 1 here, we can get sigma 1, by theta 2 we can get the value of sigma 2. Okay. So the procedure which we have understood from here, let us say we have to calculate the value of principal stresses. Okay. In some questions sigma x is given, sigma y is given, tau x y is given, and he is asking about the principal stresses. So one value is, first we will calculate the value of theta 1 and theta 2, corresponding to theta 1 we will calculate sigma 1, corresponding to this one we will calculate sigma 1, sigma 2, and the question will be solved. Okay. Now we can also calculate the direct value of principal stresses. Okay. Let us say we do not want to calculate the value of theta 1, theta 2, direct we want to calculate the value of principal stresses in terms of the given quantities, and those given quantities are same. Okay. Let us say in the question it is asked to calculate sigma x, sigma y, and tau x y. Okay. Here we are having this one sigma y, and this is sigma x, this is tau x y, and he is asking to calculate the value of principal stresses. Okay. And we do not want to calculate the value of location of principal plane theta 1, theta 2, then putting the theta 1, theta 2 on the basic formulas of sigma n, then we can get the value of sigma 1 and sigma 2. If we want to calculate the direct value. Okay. So for the direct value, for calculating the direct value of principal stresses. Okay. Tan 2 theta we have measured for principal stresses was 2 tau x y divided by sigma x minus sigma y. Okay. 2 tau x y divided by sigma x minus sigma y, that one. Okay. From a right angle triangle we can show that this is 2 theta, then tan 2 theta will be equal to 2 tau x y, this is sigma x minus sigma y, and this part we can calculate is under root of plus minus under root of sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 2 tau x y whole square. Okay. Our basic formula for sigma n is sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 cos 2 theta plus tau xy sin 2 theta. Okay. Now, we have to calculate sigma 1 and sigma 2 directly. Okay. So, we will calculate cos 2 theta from here. Okay, and sin 2 theta from here, because this right angle triangle is valid for the principal stresses. Okay. So, sin 2 theta is plus minus 2 tau xy divided by under root of sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 2 tau xy whole square. Okay. And cos 2 theta is sigma x minus sigma y by this one divided by sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 2 tau xy whole square. Now, we are going to put these two values here. Then sigma n will be equal to sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus sigma x minus sigma y by 2 cos 2 theta. Here we are having sigma x minus sigma y divided by this value sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 2 tau xy whole square. Okay. Then plus tau xy, here we are having sin 2 theta and sin 2 theta value is this one, here we are having plus minus, then plus minus 2 tau xy divided by this large quantity. Okay. Sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 2 tau xy whole square. From here we can solve. Sigma n will be equal to sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus minus here we will have the values. Here we will have sigma x minus sigma y whole square, sigma x minus sigma y whole square divided by 2 under root of sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 2 tau xy whole square. Okay. Then we are having inside the bracket we will have plus minus, we have taken common, then plus 2 tau xy whole square, then in divided by sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 2 tau xy whole square. Okay. This part is common, we can take sigma n is equal to sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus minus, here we will have this 2 will come here, then we can say that this will be sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 4 tau xy, or we can say 2 tau xy whole square here and 2 tau xy whole square here divided by 2 times of under root of sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 2 tau xy whole square. Okay. From here we have under root of this quantity and this quantity. Okay, we can divide this part also and we can get sigma n is equal to sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus minus 1 upon 2 under root of sigma x minus sigma y whole square plus 2 tau xy whole square. Okay. That 2 we can shift inside the under root of. Okay. Then sigma 1 2 we can write. Okay. Sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus minus under root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau xy whole square. So, by taking positive sign we can get the value of sigma 1, and taking negative sign we can get the value of sigma 2. So, from here we can, okay, all quantities are given, sigma x, sigma y and tau xy, that's all the given quantities. From here directly we can calculate the value of sigma 1 and sigma 2. Sigma 1 is the first principal stress by taking positive sign, and sigma 2 is the second principal stresses by taking the negative sign. So, we have two methods. if we have to calculate the principal stresses, first we can calculate the principal plane. Corresponding to these principal planes, we can get the principal stresses, and if you want to calculate direct value of principal stresses, so from here we can calculate sigma 1 2 is equal to sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus minus under root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau x by whole square. Okay. So, this is it for today. Thank you.